Hi, I'm Alton, and I'm back with a glimpse of your pal, the 2016 Mercedes Benz GLA 250. This is a 4MATIC, which makes it more than capable, just in case you live in the mountains or you live on the sea, ocean, beach, wherever you may live. More than capable with Mercedes Benz all-wheel drive system. We're going to take a closer look at what it feels like to actually drive and own the vehicle. Perhaps you actually just purchased and you didn't have time to actually go over some of the functions and feature with your sales advisor. So as we make our way around, this is the cocoa brown with the beige interior. We're going to dig in a little bit deeper to show you exactly what it feels like and prepare you to actually drive your vehicle. I love doing this because if you're buying one, hey, at least when you hop in it for the first time to drive it, you can set all your features and functions and at least get to where you're going and on your way. Now, Mercedes-Benz actually labels it as a small SUV. I would say it's just a tall four-door sedan. Getting into your vehicle, here's your key. Of course, you can see the different functions of your key. Lock is going to be on the bottom left-hand side. We're going to go ahead and press lock. Now, if you did not want to use your key, you can actually use all of your keyless comfort or your keyless features. See the little square here? You would press that to lock. Put your hands inside to unlock, and then when you're ready to actually hop in, just pull the door handle and you're in. Here's a quick glimpse of your door. Going to give you a quick glimpse of the dashboard. No, that is not an iPad here. That is actually the navigational or functional multimedia screen. This one, to your surprise, at $40,000, does not have navigation, nor does it have satellite radio. That's not exactly leather. That is what Mercedes-Benz deems as MB-Tex. That is a texture that Mercedes manufactures. Even if it isn't a texture that Mercedes manufactures, just know that it's not leather. They call it MB-Tex. So once inside of your vehicle, you can come here. We are going to take our key. If you do not have the Comfort keyless to where you have the push button start, you can take your key, insert, and turn the vehicle on as normal. Now I'm going to come to my steering wheel, or I can actually go to my center deck here and turn the volume down. Sorry about that. There's nothing like a long drive, a powerful vehicle, and fine tunes. Of course, this is not what I deem powerful. But going along the top, lock, unlock, you got your seat movement. Mercedes is one of the rare manufacturers that continues to do it on the seats. They honestly believe that you can see exactly what you're doing to your seat. You don't have to take your eyes far off the road. It's a little bit better than fondling on the side of your seat to maneuver your seat, whether you're going up or down, back and forth. Now, since this is a GLA, it's one of their introductory models, you won't have the function of the power headrest. Typically here you can press the little button up top here, up or down, to adjust your headrest. You can do your back features. If I want to lay back, I can come closer or farther from the steering wheel, and I can increase my height as well. You can also drop down on your front lid or just sink down into the vehicle a little bit more there. If you have seat memory, you want to press and hold 1, 2, or 3 until you're in seat position, and that puts your not only your seats but your side mirrors in play as well. Now what you're seeing is something we can use while driving, which is here. That is your blind spot assist. That will light as necessary when there's a car in your area. If you tend to get over, it will start to blink. We're going to go ahead down to the bottom. All of my windows are rolled up. Just going to pull. They're all automatic. You just take it, push or pull. Works on its own. You don't have to actually hold a switch. So all are up since the air is on. Window locks. Don't have anybody with me, so we'll go ahead and disengage that. My mirrors are in play. I'm just going to press down on my pad. It lights in orange, and then I can press down on the pad here to get that into play. And I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like. So that looks appropriate there. If I wanted to do the opposite side, I can compress, do the same thing there. As far as your lighting, I'm going to open the door again so you can have proper lighting here. The emergency brake, that comes on, or that came on every time I stopped the vehicle and put it in the park, tucked the vehicle out, and turned it off. If you look right behind the steering wheel, see the word park there, which is right here. What you want to do there is take your foot, press your brake, and pull your emergency brake. Now when you pull, kind of give you a glimpse. Now notice the red park button. I'm just going to go ahead and pull it. That disengages. You can hear when it disengages as well. A little launch forward, but I'm still in drive. Now if I come to the side, here is my automatic lights. If you leave them on all the time, don't be alarmed. They're not going to stay on the vehicle or automatically shut them off if it notices that you're not going to shut them off. But you can go automatic. You primarily want to leave them there. Unless you're the type of person that likes to ride around with your parks to let people know that you're driving a Mercedes because you got on your park light and you look different from everybody else when the sun is going down. Surely you don't like to do that, so we're going to move them back to auto. Here's your front fog lamps, rear fog lamps, so you have both of those in play. The rear fog lamp, Mercedes is one of the few to actually do that. If it's a foggy day outside, it turns on a bright light in the very back. It's red, so oncoming traffic can actually see you so you're not lost in the fog. So in turn, I have my emergency brake off. I have my lights in automatic mode. Pretty much ready to go, right? Well, wrong. I mentioned that I had on the air conditioner. With the GLA, CLA, it's a little bit of a different beast. So you can come here. If I twist here, I just closed the air conditioner vent. If I take it and twist once more, or back to the left, I just open it. So now I can hear the feel the airflow. A couple of other things. This will not come into play unless you are starting to drive or you're already driving the vehicle, you're already moving. This is your cruise control, so we don't need that as far as starting the vehicle. Some people never use cruise anyway. This, if you're driving at night, is the illumination. So I can illuminate my dash to brighten or dim it just according to how bright you like your interior. On the stick here, lever off to the left side of the steering wheel, here is my windshield front windshield washer. If I wanted to turn my lights into automatic mode, I'm sorry, this is not my lights, and this is my rear windshield wiper. Sorry, got a little ahead of myself there. Rear windshield wiper, it's off right now because it's on 0. I can pull down to wash, push up to actually turn it on to where it continues to wash. Perhaps I'm on a long drive and it's pretty nasty outside. Notice my windshield here. That is completely off. That, and as I switch to the first little notch there, notice my windshield wiper wipes one time and automatic windshield wipers is now on. I will also use this lever, straighten my steering wheel up here, for my turn signal. Windshield wipers, turn signal. That's going to be your top lever on your left-hand side. The bottom one, which you can see tucked away here, that's going to be cruise control. Now, these little things behind the steering wheel here, that's my shift levers. This will operate your manual transmission. This is shifting down. The one on the opposite side here with the plus, right here, that actually shifts up. Don't worry, this is a GLA. You primarily don't need those. Unless you just want to look cool because it adds nothing to the experience of the automobile. So, take my word for it. You don't particularly need them. If you're paying more for them, tell them that's okay. You'd rather save a couple $100. GLA, CLA, Mercedes altogether is a little bit different on their gear shift. Now notice, when I go to the center here, I have storage areas and cup holders. My gear lever, or shift lever, is actually found to the right of the steering wheel on the steering wheel column. I want to push to park, push up, and notice here, reverse, neutral, drive, and park. The C is for comfort. We'll get to that a little bit later. If I take it and push up once, neutral. Now I'm going to go beyond. There's a little bit of a hump here. So 1, there's the hump. 2, that's reverse. If I come down once more and stop it as soon as I feel resistance, that's neutral. If I go beyond that, that's drive. So now I'm ready to drive, right? I have it in automatic position. I'm going to go back to park because we don't have everything set. So if I push park once more, vehicle's on. Notice my parking brake came back on. I hate that about this vehicle. So once again, I'm going to press down on the brake and pull. That disengages it. At all times, I have my temperature here, time, and you can shift this to whatever you want to shift it to as far as the digital miles you can see there. Go ahead and shut the door. Here's my rearview mirror. A couple other items up top. You only need this one if you have a you're having mechanical difficulties with your vehicle, and this one's just basic information. Perhaps you need assistance. And SOS you never need. Of course, it's covered with a red. That's 911. So nothing to play with, only with serious issues. And if you can't see that, I apologize. Sun's beginning to go down. Up top here, air conditioner's on, so it's not like we actually need to open the sunroof, but to give you a good glimpse. They call that panoramic. Mercedes may call it a little something different, but you actually have two sunroofs. Now, just to show you, we're going to keep it closed because we have on air conditioner. Remember, but let's show off a bit. So we're going to come here, pull back, and just show you what's going on. Both sunroofs will uncover. I'm going to show you that once more when I cover them back. Because we have on air conditioner, we don't want to open the sunroof. Notice the one in the rear? That one's closing as well. Very convenient, very handy that they actually have that, especially for the people that are sitting in the back of the vehicle. So once again, preparing to drive, make sure all my vents are open. You can just take and twist. You want a direction of the airflow. You can just kind of move it around at your own will. I'm going to come here. Now I'm going to press. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. This is the navigation. If I press, I have nav. But not. It's taking a little long. This is not equipped with the navigation system. Doesn't come standard with all GLAs. As you can see, there's no memory card, so you have no navigation. At the same time, telephone, I don't have that program. If I did, I can go in. I can actually, if the device is connected, I can dial directly from my center screen here. My joystick, which is in the back, that helps to function with some of the things you will actually see here. Or, if I had voice control and navigation, I can just do it by voice. I don't have either of those, so we'll keep it moving because we're preparing to drive the one that we have that's equipped right here that I'm sitting in. So we want to come back. We want to press radio. You can kind of hear me getting a little choppy here in this area because this is real bland. It's confusing. It's going to take a couple days for you to figure it out. I've owned Mercedes now for the last 6 to 7 years to 8 years, and I hopped in for the first time. I couldn't figure it out, which is very rare because after about an hour, I pretty much got every vehicle figured out. But Mercedes, all of this is confusing because past models you were able to control with this. But now you can't. So let's get back to where we were doing. I don't want to confuse you anymore. I will take you through that. But in the meantime, let's get you ready to drive. So let's just say if I like the digital miles rather than having the analog, I can come here, press up one time, there's my digital. Now, if I take the right and left, that's just additional information I want to find out about the vehicle. I'm going to read that to you since you can't see the graphics. That's trip, navi, audio, telephone, driver assist, service, and settings. I'm going to zoom back out so you can see the press of the arrows and the information that's actually displayed behind the steering wheel. So you can see all that there. For the sake of driving right now, we don't have navigation, so the second one doesn't count. We don't want to shift between our radio stations by going into audio, so we're just going to leave on the digital miles. Sometimes we like to speed, and we want to make sure we can check with the speed limit, right? Right. Now, anytime I want to go back, I can press here. Takes me back out to my mileage. If I press OK, that just selects anything that I select. That says that I want to go into it immediately. On the opposite side, just take this one and throw it out because we don't have voice control. This is disengaging from a phone call, engaging a phone call, and of course you can press that also for a caller ID if you don't want to accept that call. Yeah, just press there. You kill the call, you don't speak to the person. Volume, and of course mute. Tilt steering for the vehicle is tucked underneath. All I'm going to do here is take it, pull down, telescopic, and then push back up. So my steering wheel is in the proper position. Remember this cluster of activity here that I said was quite confusing? We're going to go back to it because what I want to do is, my heated seat is of course not on. It's 90 degrees here in Charlotte, North Carolina. No need for that at all. Going to press here once more. Now once I press, I'm going to take you back up because I can shift between comfort and sport. So if I press again, it just brings up extra data. And now, guess what I've got to do? I've got to come back to this fellow, which is my joystick. Once I'm here, I can select the vehicle configuration and the vehicle data. And all I'm doing, I'm going to take you back down one more time, is just take this one, spending. I can push, and I can push down to select what I'm looking at there. Now at the same time, I'm going to come back up top, go to vehicle data, press down, and comfort. I don't want to be in that, so I'm going to press down once more. this is what's confusing, because as I'm pressing down and I'm moving this, it's not exactly doing what I wanted to do. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of that, go back to this, press down here again, and it just flip-flops me from vehicle data to individual configuration. Going down, we're going to set this. So I'm going to go back to my joystick, go back to individual configuration, press down, and this actually shows that I'm in sport for my engine, sport for my steering, automatic start-stop is off, and then comfort as far as my air conditioner. So it's breathing and it's throwing out a maximum level of comfort to help to get the interior cool. You can also see the same thing here. Not going to take you through that. I don't want to lose you. I don't want to distract you. I don't want to confuse you. So we're going to skip right on, because remember, this is just getting us ready to drive. I love to drive in sport, so I'm going to zoom out here again, give you a full glimpse of the vehicle. If I press dynamic, well, let me get out of that. If I press dynamic, it's going to shift between individual, sport, off-road, eco, and of course comfort. Hey, I like my aggressiveness, so we're actually going to stay in sport mode. Now remember, I can still conserve a little gas. That's why my automatic start-stop is now on. So I'm going to keep it in sport mode. That is dynamic select, automatic on and off, or automatic shut off. I hate it, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Downhill descent, I don't need right now because we're not in the mountains. And of course, my passenger's heated seat, there's no one there I don't need. To turn the system on and off, I can just take it and press here. When you turn it on, I absolutely love it because it automatically kicks your volume up if you have your volume turned all the way down. So we have our radio station set. I'm going to press radio once more. And you can select your radio station here. Just getting off from work whatsoever. You may want to choose 97.9, a little bit more aggressive, 101.3, 95.1, 96.1. Right now I have it on 97.9, so we're going to leave it there. Radio station set. Last thing I forgot, air conditioner. So you're just going to take it and shift. I'm going to find the temperature I want. 90 degrees outside. I'm going to put it on low, or 82 in this instance. You saw the temperature later. I think it's dropped 5 since I actually started. So I'm going to turn the temperature all the way low. Once I'm there, I can press my fan buttons to turn my blower speed up or down. I'm going to turn it to the minimum. I'm going to press mode to show where I want the air to flow. Front window defrost, feet, or the face area. So I'm the only one in the car. It's going to be the face area. Air conditioner off, air conditioner on. Zone, only one in the vehicle, so I control both temperatures if I turn zone off. Makes it very convenient so you don't have to go back and forth. We're ready to drive. Going to go ahead and open, not an ashtray for me, of course I'm going to use that as a cell phone holder, so now I can see all my information once displayed, and larger cup holder. I have 2 smaller cup holders once I roll my center console back, and I'm ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and shift into drive mode and take off. I hope you enjoyed it. Tune in. Go ahead and subscribe so you can learn other valuable information about items you may be purchasing, especially automobiles. You know exactly what you're getting in your next automobile.